give it a few more minutes just to let people come in. We're listing at about 11 people in the audience right now, so.
Super GM.
GM everyone. Today is July 18th, 2022, and it's time for the weekly app sprint. First up, we have Donna in support. GM Donna.
Hello and GM everyone. For support stats, we had 81 new tickets, which is a 19% decrease from the previous week's numbers. Full resolution median time is currently up to 2 hours. First reply median time is at 16 minutes, and 61% of the tickets were resolved in one touch. Total solved tickets is at 87, which is also a 15% decrease from last week's report. And then majority of the tickets we received last week were of wallet issues on app.shapeshift.com. And then for other issues, we are now starting to plan the community DeFi training on the first week of August. This community DeFi training is targeted for beginners who want to know what ShapeShift is all about and what services we offer. If anyone wants to contribute, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at support. For inter-workstream communications, you can reach out to us via the support cross-team channel on Discord. And then please don't forget to submit your feedback on CryptoMex forum post on what you think is the most optimal style of support for this current market climate as a decentralized platform. That's it for me today, and thank you, everyone.
Thanks for those updates, Donna. Next up, I believe I saw the Smith is covering marketing, growth, and globalization today. Is that correct, the Smith?
Hey, GM. Yeah, we intend to split this time between me and H Pain, but I can talk about a little bit about the globalization, right? Now we are moving Latin to a global step, right? So the new global proposal is being built. We will present to the community in the next 48 hours. So as I said, Latin is going global. We are expanding our activities from Latin America to Europe. The Iberian region in Europe is home to Portuguese and Spanish speakers. So we definitely need to be there, and we will do our best to set up an operation in this region. Another update for global. Yes, we are using Share platform. It is a result of a joint development. We are design partners, so we will use this platform to run internal bounties. It is an environment in which we have full control, access, and proximity to our developers. I will throw the share link on the chat stage so you guys can see what it's about. We've been working on this environment in the last months, so now it's in production. Yeah, lastly for global, we've been partnering with product, intending drive product adoption numbers, especially in the .com, right? So we just started translating the .com to Portuguese, Brazilian. Then we can move to Spanish and then to French. Maybe we are We are testing some stuffs with product, like some tools, and yeah, we do expect a really cool job in .com. And yeah, that's all for globalization. And yeah, thank you, everybody.
Thanks to Smith. Hope ETH Barcelona was a great time and you had safe travels.
Oh yeah. By the way, it Barcelona was amazing. Such great energy there. We just built a lot of connections in Ethereum Barcelona, and maybe our participation there, was the main the turning point, to think about global operations, right? So that's really cool. H-Pain, you want to add something for marketing and growth?
Yeah, GM Ranj, everyone.
Yeah.
GM everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, we have new marketing plan draft set to be ready at the next marketing and growth office hours, which is next Thursday. We are planning on getting some aligned shared metrics with product and engineering, which we will be meeting with this week, in addition to presenting some social and branding goals for marketing that we can measure against as well. Last week, V4 Liquidity went live for us, as well as a Cosmo and Validator Twitter campaign, which achieved some really great engagements, over 200 engagements from that one campaign. Additionally, we went over the ShapeShift 1-year anniversary. Happy late birthday to ShapeShift DAO indeed. And then Kent was featured in a Finance Magnates magazine, and then Willie got a podcast in Cryptocurrent. This week we have Unstoppable Domains campaign, which goes live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is paired with an email campaign. We're hoping to see Wallet Connect and Pendo go live this sometime. We are ready to whenever that happens, pending engineering and prod sort of finalizes that. And lastly, we finalized an omni-channel rollout for Wallet Connect with additional Twitter campaigns around revenue-driving activities and partnerships, such as the IDLE, AVAX, and other such things, such as staking rewards. That's all we have over here.
And I think I remember hearing at the last marketing meeting or some other time that with these email campaigns, if you don't see them show up in your mailbox, if you could check your spam and mark them as not spam, that'd be a great help to the email cause, if I remember correctly. HPing can correct me in chat if I'm wrong, because I think he's gone already.
Oh, no, you're good.
That's correct?
Yes,
Awesome.
please.
Next up, we have Giantkin in the mod squad. GM Giantkin.
GM all. Pretty quick today. My 7-day is negative 24 new users, and the 14-day is 4. We had one raid, both of the main bots caught it, and really that's all I have.
Mod squad just banning people left and right, I guess. Awesome. Thanks for those updates, Jankin. Next up, we got Diggy in the product team. GM Diggy.
GM everybody, and GM for the mod squad, killing all those bot raids and stuff. Appreciate that. There's a lot of other Discord servers that are really spammy, so I appreciate how nice ours is. Cool. So Pendo, yeah, just did some final testing this morning. I think we just gave DeFi the thumbs up, at least on the product side. So we're good for now. Anything that needs to change after that goes up, we can always change later, but I think we're finally there. The XLR bridge, as you guys know, we're working on a pitch for that, for some funding for the engineering efforts. So the product team met up last week, and we're actually going to have Beard basically just build out the front end, the UI, so we can demo how it looks and how it would work without it actually working, just to, I guess, give a teaser of how awesome our UX is, and how cool our product offering is, and hopefully do a really awesome pitch for them to get funds for the engineering efforts. And then working on some bounties right now, almost ready to go for Fox ETH LP and Fox Farming. I'm syncing up with Gomes and Beard, I think either tomorrow or the next day, to go over the final pieces of that. And then we'll sync up with Ops to get those out into the wild. And then, development work is kicking off this week. Gomes is heading the engineering on our side for that development work. Actually, he probably won't need to do much, just kind of guide them, and we already sent over a bunch of documentation to them, so he'll just kind of act as point for any questions that they have at that kickoff. And then talking with EPNS and Warm, just continuing conversations around getting in-app notifications. It looks like EPNS might be willing to give us some engineering resources for that. So we're talking through and starting on the product side, like what the UI UX would look like, and getting a spec together. And then also how that ties in with Warm, which is kind of piggybacks on EPNS and has some extended capabilities. So it could be really cool to help with user retention and driving users to do things we want them to do inside the app that are, revenue drivers for the DAO. And then Wallet Connect Part 2, we need to work through the UX on this. There's a bounty underway by KeepKey for the HD wallet work. And then as far as I know, they're planning to sponsor a bounty for the web work. So we just need to work through the UX on that and get that ready for them. That's it for me right now. Thanks.
Thanks, Diggy, for those updates. Next up, we got DeFi Cafe and Engineering. GM DeFi.
GM, how's your weekend, PTT?
It was good. How was yours?
Warm, man. It was great, though.
That's awesome.
All right. So, Pando, finally, I reviewed the last changes and it didn't make the release today, but it should make it tomorrow. That's hopefully going to go in. Similarly, the DeFi UI, I think Ops has run through that, and we're going to get that one merged. There's a React 18 housekeeping, which is just kind of us keeping up to date so that we don't fall behind library support and stuff. Each of these is like several thousand lines going in, so big chunk of stuff. Avalanche work is going to continue. We had the kind of upcoming feature review and in-flight feature review with product last week, and we were going to start on some Axelar stuff, but based on what Diggy said, we're just going to build out kind of a non-functional UI for a presentational pitch. And there's a variety of other stuff going on, but just in general, there's like ThorChain is continuing as well, CowSwap is continuing, just trying to get some of these big, long-lasting features over the line. And so we've got kind of less stuff in progress, so we can be a little bit more focused on what is in progress. So that's pretty much it from engineering. Hand it over to Tyler.
GM DeFi and GM PTT and GM Fox Fam. Updates from Ops Week. There's a link to the new marketing release, feature release updates thread if you'd like to follow along with things that are going out into prod this week and the communication between ops, engineering, and marketing on all of our PRs and announcements around that. That's the best thread to follow, so you can keep up with that. We got some more funds inside our bounty wallet so we can continue our payouts, our bounties, and our trust community does. Ops is also trying to figure out the best way to maintain parallel bounty boards for engineering and Kiki right now. And there's a little bit of hiccups in terms of just getting everything integrated into DWork and having not multiple of the same tickets, because we do have shared repos from separate work streams. So please bear with us as we do a little bit of adjustments to make sure that we get the right tickets there to the right people. And I appreciate all of the patience and kindness that we've had from our bounty applicants as we're continually honing this process. We should have everything good to go there, hopefully by the end of the week, with Keep bounties coming out even more so than the engineering ones we've had recently. Triage report this week, we had 3 issues, one of them already resolved. A 3-way split between UI, UX, wallet functionality, and trades, DeFi. You can find the full triage report inside the triage channel. We have operations office hours on Thursday this week, where we'll be talking about the work stream renewal that I will hopefully be posting before the end of the day, if not early this week, into the forums for a future renewal for operations. Taking a look at the farm, we don't have anything. Well, I guess JunoPay did go live last week, so that's in the live section. Don't have anything feature flagged at the moment, but we do expect to see Pendo, Wallet Connect make their way through the flags and potentially live this week. And you heard it from the horse's mouth in engineering about the other things that everyone's working on. Not sure to have anything else hit prod, but we'll keep you updated inside that marketing thread if you'd like to tabs. We also had 45 PRs and 4 repos, no new contributors, and only one bounty created and one bounty closed successfully. That's it from ops. Make it a good jam.
Thanks for those updates, Tyler and DeFi. Next up, we got Kent and Tokenomics. Jim, Kent.
Jim, Ron, good weekend?
Oh yeah, it was a beautiful one here at least. How about you?
Not bad. Had a chance to be in the mountains a little bit and unwind. So, and it's always nice to come back to a nice market. So yeah, lots happening on the tokenomics front this week. On runway projections, I've updated that based on all the, there's been a lot going on in terms of different proposals, things getting finalized, things that are more projected. So based on the latest workstream leader projections, we're basically, the TLDR is we're at roughly exactly 1 year of runway now. That marks a notable improvement over the 7 to 8 months we were at before. I'll delve into the details during tomorrow's tokenomics call, but it's nice to see that we have a meaningful runway here. We'll talk about the specifics as well as a couple variables that could impact that moving forward. In terms of other stuff that's going on, we have Idle Finance. We'll be chatting. We're doing an AMA that I'll be leading on Thursday. Thanks to HPain for setting that one up, and the Idle Finance crew. That will be Thursday afternoon. We'll be hearing from them. Also, in terms of Olympus, as you guys know, Olympus has been a really stellar fit for ShapeShift in terms of their bond offerings, namely offering a way for us to raise stable coins. And of course, we have our Fox to ETH bonds as well. They have a new strategy and product kind of coming out. Some of us in tokenomics will be discussing that with them this week, just to get a heads up of what they're up to. I think I share the sentiment that here at the DAO that just very bullish on Olympus and what they're up to. Their team is always so responsive and just really innovative. On the governance front, we have a Professor McCarthy recently posted a allocation or proposal for an allocation of new Fox, the TMDC. That's been live for 4 days and should be heading to the ideation phase imminently. Also on the governance front, we have the tokenomics Q3, Q4 proposal that is on chain live for voting right now, and that ends tomorrow. So if you haven't yet, definitely give that a look and a vote. Then on the research front, we have research into rollups. Last week, I did a little bit of a deep dive into Arbitrum, which is the currently most heavily used variant of rollups. Next week, we'll be talking about Optimism, which is or I should say over the next couple of weeks, I'll be digging into Optimism. That is the second most popular type of rollup. Similar to Arbitrum, but some important differences. So as always, plenty going on, and we'll keep you guys updated, and definitely tune into tomorrow's tokenomics chat for more.
Awesome. Thanks for those updates, Kent. Next up, we got Willie Fox and the Fox Foundation, and my watch is yelling at me. How are you, Willie Fox?
Best day ever, Ron. I know everyone's asked you how you're doing, so I won't ask again. But thanks for running these every week. You do such a great job.
Of course.
GM Foxes got quite a few updates this week from the Foundation. First is this mobile app migration. If you guys recall, the Foundation's been supporting the DAO in taking the legacy centralized mobile app and replacing it with a wrapped version of app.shapeshift.com, so we can migrate all the users from the legacy centralized version to this new version architected for decentralization. We initially had reached out to a third-party agency, app makers, to do an initial spec and give us a quote, and we ended up being underwhelmed with what they came back with. So we looked at the cards in our hand and tried to play a different hand, which was reaching out to Major Hayes. And we're now going to be working with Major Hayes on an initial spike for what it would take for him, both in terms of time and resources, for him to complete the migration. And that's looking promising. So we'll keep you guys up to speed on how that initial spike goes. If it goes well, the plan would be to work with Major Hayes instead of app makers. In other news, Adam is back. Welcome back, Adam. See you out in the audience. And Adam's going to be working on adding UTXOs to app.shapeshift.com. We got Doge estimated for later this, just actually tomorrow. So we'll see if we're on track for that. Bitcoin Cash estimated for later this month, and Litecoin estimated for later this month, and Bitcoin Cash ETA is early August. The plan is to leave it up to the community to decide if we want to support Dash and Digibyte. And the reason for this is that it's less clear on the product side whether we should prioritize these, and there are some ongoing operational costs. So rather than making the decision for the community, we wanted to leave that up to the community. So there'll be a proposal coming for that soon. Fox Foundation's also been busy representing the DAO wherever we can. We did a Scaling DAOs talk at ETH Barcelona, cryptocurrent podcast that dropped today, and a Dev3 podcast that will be dropping soon. Hopefully even more podcasts coming up after that. This one's not directly Foundation related, but after last week's lunch AMA, there was kind of an organic grassroots committee formed to pursue grant funding opportunities that are aligned with the roadmap. This is inspired by some of the success we've had with Axelar, as well as the success that TaxiStake had with Umi, and the realization that there's just a lot of grant funding opportunities out there, and that we have a pretty great and compelling offering to these protocols that have a big pile of funding, and they're looking for projects to build on top of them that they can give some funding to. We are a pretty great candidate for that, and there's just a ton of these grant opportunities that we've identified already that are in line with our roadmap. So the plan is to identify these opportunities, prioritize them, and put together kind of a repo of answers to a lot of the questions that these grant applications ask, and hopefully get some grant funding into the treasury to help extend our runway. Some of these protocols, such as Axelar, have over $700,000 available. And again, it's things that we'd like to build anyways. They're aligned with our roadmap, and we're leveraging a lot of the great resources the DAO has, both our branding, our community, and this great product that we've built. So if anyone wants to be involved with those efforts, there's a channel open in tokenomics. Feel free to jump in. For now, we've identified a few of the most urgent, pressing grant opportunities, and are pushing forward with basically getting some applications together. So wish us luck. We've also, this is not really Foundation related, but wanted to mention that there's some upcoming conferences that some Foxes are already kind of organically making plans to attend. MCon, which is Metacartel's conference, very DAO focused. It's going to be the second time they're doing this, is in Denver, September 6th through 9th. And DevCon, which is like the biggest Ethereum conference and hasn't been held since the pandemic, since 2019, is going to be in Bogota this year, October 11th through 14th. So if you're at all interested in either of those, I encourage you to apply for a ticket. I think MCon tickets are free, but you do need to apply. DevCon tickets sell out very quickly, and but you can apply as a builder and at least reserve a ticket. And I think if you get accepted as a builder, which I'm sure all of you would, tickets are $300. So just wanted to mention those because the deadline to apply for those builder tickets is closing. So if you're interested, definitely get your applications in soon. Lastly, Ocean is out this week. He's going to be doing an epic mountain biking trip through the mountains. So everyone wish him luck. And remember, if you think bear markets are tough, could be tougher. You could be mountain biking through the mountains with real bears. So appreciate you all. Let's keep building. Back to you, Ron.
I hope he's got plenty of bear spray with him, and his food in a bear sack, so he remains safe. And if anyone else has anything, now would be the time to bring it up or raise your hand. Chat is fine as well. And if we don't, we can give everyone a few minutes back and wish everyone a good GM. And there is no DEF CON, so I think we'll give everyone a few minutes back. GM, everyone.